Karloim Lala Hayanao Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malaki Bashim Harawat Wakakwarash Barakathum the water Bible Bawa Kwam Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine that say you shalom. Today we're going to get into a video from WW3, and it's pretty much a World War III update. So, Russia's giving warnings to the small hats about attacking Iranian nuclear facilities and oil fields. From what I can remember from the video, the small hats, they gave their word that they would not attack oil fields, but then right after that, you see smoke coming from the oil fields. See, for these the people. Let me get one. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. World War II was not that long ago, and World War III is right around the corner. So let's go ahead and grab the video real quick.
What's up, guys? D7 here. We'll talk a little bit about this warning that Russia's putting out to not only Israel, but to the West altogether. They're warning them not to hit or strike the nuclear facilities inside of Iran. Now, this is Russia's warning to Israel. Russia's been battling Ukraine. Israel's had its situations going on, but then Israel jumped up and hit Russian targets inside of a Syrian port. This kind of drug them into the conflict toward each other. And it's obvious they're on one side, Israel's on one side with the West, and Russia's on the other. So Russia warning them that if they want to target nuclear facilities, this can get catastrophic really quick. Netanyahu came out just the other day and said, we're not going to target the oil or nuclear facilities. It was just a short time afterwards, we'd witnessed a massive explosion at an oil refinery within Iran. Haven't found out exactly what was responsible for that, but kind of ironic, it happens right after he says, we're not going to hit it. So.
Right. Just like the Russian pipeline blew up right after Biden said, we gonna stop it. We're going to do something about it. These people have no intention for peace. These are warmongers. These are the bloody men. These are the Edomites. The small hats are Amalekites, who are also Edomites. In case you haven't noticed, ever since these people have been in power, there's been nothing but war. And then they blame it on stupid-ass reasons, all because they are bloodthirsty. Benjamin Netanyahu, not a Jew, he has to keep war going to stay out of jail for war crimes. So what does he do? He commits more war crimes. Yeah, these people got to go. Here's more of this video.
We just sent THAADs there. So a lot of things are happening on this front in terms of World War III popping off at any minute. The teams are like picked. Everyone's on their sides. And you've actually got Iran launching missiles into Israel, hitting Israel inside of Israel, and it's wearing down their Iron Dome. This is why they sent the THAAD in, but the THAAD can only be operated by American soldiers. Russia knows this. Certain weapons can only be fired by those that have been trained to use them. And this puts our troops in the line of fire. We also just sent out the B-2 bomber. This thing hasn't been used in a war front in a while. They said that they just hit 5 different Houthi areas really hard with this. Deep underground bunker busters. There's only one aircraft in the world that can drop their biggest one, like the GBU, and it is that stealth bomber. It's active. It's in the region. and it comes from Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, here in the United States. That's right. I'm telling you, we're an open target. Nothing's happened yet. But if they want to stop these B-52s or these bombers from bombing them and not seeing them coming, they would strike the air base that houses them, that is in Missouri. Okay? So you don't just get these bombers out for nothing. I think it's a warning to Iran, something big's coming, and if they were going to hit a nuclear facility in the region, it would be this bomb, this aircraft that they've got on the prowl. Man, things definitely on the cusp of just going to a whole new level. Israel saying that they're going to respond, and they're going to do so by Election Day in the United States, man. The world is a stage. Get ready for it, guys. Join me on the live streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday where I talk about this in greater detail. And follow me on X for updates. It's been D7. Much love, y'all.
All right. So this country will not be saved. It's too much iniquity going on, and iniquity have reached up to the heavens. Let's grab that one. Edomites do too much, so the Lord finna make them sit down. Revelation chapter 18, verse 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities. Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works, and the cup which she have filled, fill to her double. And you know what that double is? 1,000 years of slavery after you destroy your own kingdom with these fake ass wars. Because ain't nothing in rulership but liars right now. And these people will do anything to get their way. They don't care who they have to murder. They don't care who they have to lie on, demonize. They don't care. That's why they are unfit to rule. And if you got unfit rulers and rulership, it's just a matter of time before it all comes crumbling down. Expecting an Edomite to do the right thing is like expecting a high school dropout to be a physicist. It's not going to happen. And let me show you. Let's go to Isaiah. Chapter 26, verse 10. That favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. He can't do right. Because he wasn't created to do right. He's created to be the wicked and destroy the earth. But the Lord got something for him, though. Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give a reward unto thy servants, the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth. These people live to destroy. Just like what it is. Let me see. Let's get this one. Isaiah chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity. Wasting and destruction are in their paths. Yeah, where they go, somebody dies, but don't nobody go to jail. That's more than a coincidence. That's who they are. Book of Nahum, chapter 3, verse 1. Woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not. The bloody city is America. Verse 5, Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. That's why nobody dealing with the United States or the state of Israel, because they're showing their true horns. They talk all this freedom and democracy and love, 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 but they do the exact opposite. Verse 6, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock. Yeah, genocide, that is vile. That's why the whole world looking at you like, I thought you was the people of the Lord. Y'all just murdering? They're not the people. They lied. That's all they do is lie. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 12. Woe to them that build a town with blood and establish a city by iniquity. That's how America was founded. Iniquity. They establishes a town with blood. They take, and take. They murder, they murder, they murder. And what's the biggest thing on Esau's wish list? He wants everybody's land. But everything ain't enough for Esau. That's why he's unfit to rule. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldees, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Anybody scared of America no more? Guess what? Because everybody else got nukes too. And then if you're going against the BRICS, you just a dumbass. You can't defeat China or Russia alone, let alone 40 plus more nations. Are you insane? Yes, they are. Isaiah chapter 63, verse 4, for the day of vengeance is in mine heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. Redeem means revenge. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Not all, not whosoever. Know how you Christians love to lie. We know. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes, who are the Russians, against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Russia ain't going to war for no money. They want that ass. They shall not regard. They shall not delight in gold or silver. That's not the play. The play is to get rid of America and shit starting Israel. Verse 18, their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruits of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Verse 19, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Now, we all know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Fire and brimstone, this is going to be times 1,000. Nuclear fire. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked. That cup is cup of slavery. 1,000 years. You got to do a whole rack, baby. Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. And their sins are being discovered all over the place. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them in the latter time, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Yeah, they think they can't be stopped, regardless of what they do. Somebody gonna stop you. And he on his way. Fear is on his way. And we'll leave it at that. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17. He that is soon angry dealeth foolishly, and the man of wicked devices is hated. That's why the world ain't checking for E like he used to. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And Yahweh will put all these curses upon your enemies, and on them that hate you, which persecuted you. Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 6. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Now, this is an imbalance. And an imbalance is an abomination unto the Lord. So he gonna balance it out. Putting Edom in chains and destroying their kingdom. But check out Esau's attitude. This is how high his pride is. Psalm chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. They think this piece of shit ass plan gonna work by chipping up everybody and having perpetual slaves forever and ever. They actually think this bullshit gonna work. That show you how base they are. Psalm chapter 10, verse 6. He have said in his heart, I shall not be moved, but I shall never be in adversity. Okay. Adversity is on his way. Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches gotten by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. That's how they got this kingdom, and this is how they gonna lose it. By being greedy, covetous, murderers, lying, thieves. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array, which is battle formation, against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Them arrows are those nuclear missiles. Let's see what else in Jeremiah 50. Verse 14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon, round about. All ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Verse 15. Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down. For it is the vengeance of the Lord, take vengeance upon her, as she has done, do unto her. Babylon finna get destroyed 1,000 times over. Verse 18. Therefore, thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. Behold, I will punish the king of Babylon and his land as I have punished the king of Assyria. Where's Babylon? United States. Verse 24. Oh, let's go to 23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How has Babylon become a desolation among the nations? The Lord making fun of y'all because he's going to send them nukes over here from the other nations that you done pissed off. Verse 24, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware. Thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord. Hey, yeah, they strive against the Lord. Everything the Bible says not to do, they do it on purpose. And then say they the people. Boy, stop. Verse 25, the Lord have opened his armory and have brought forth weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts in the land of the Chaldees. Verse 26, come against her from the utmost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly, that nothing of her be left. Verse 28, the voice of them that flee and escape out of the land of Babylon to declare in Zion the vengeance of the Lord our power, the vengeance of his temple. Who's his temple? His people, the Israelites. Verse 29, call together the archers against Babylon. That's some other nations with them nukes. All ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she have been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel. Not no all, not no whosoever. Verse 30, therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all her men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. And the whole earth gonna rejoice because the whole earth is tired of the United States military. Just murdering and taking people's shit. Verse 32, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. So for you voters out there, you think you can just vote this away? No, it's not gonna happen. Your little box, that little box you check is not more powerful than this. So no, it's not going away. So you're wasting your time voting, believing in liars. You ain't gonna vote this away. Isaiah chapter 33, verse 1. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou wast not spoiled, and dealt treacherously. Remember, spoil mean to rob. And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee. When thou shalt cease to spoil, thou shalt be spoiled. And when thou shalt make an end to deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. All that robbing you doing, all this theft on a global scale, the Lord finna send these nations at your ass, Babylon, aka America. Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, That's them nukes going up to terminal velocity up in orbits. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Greek for Edom, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Now we are under the curses, which is temporary. But the people of the Lord's curse are the Edomites. And how did he mark them? By giving them pale skin. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5, behold, Shalakia, yeah, also he transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home. He too busy in other people's country stealing their shit. Who enlarges his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. We told y'all everything ain't enough for eat. But gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Now, from my understanding of this scripture, it's talking about 2/3 Jakes, but you can easily apply this to the nation of Edom. Psalm chapter 64, verse 8, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Whistleblowers, snitches, insiders. You know why they snitching? Because they don't want their kingdom to end. Psalm chapter 58, verse 2. Yea, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. So they just hoping somebody gonna step in and stop this upcoming World War III so their kingdom can continue. You know what MAGA means? MAGA means being able to take advantage of, murder, and dog out Jake and nothing happens. That's great. That's making America great. No, America finna be, like the elder said, he finna turn this country to the world's largest ash trader, and it's well deserved. We can get a few more. We can close. Let's see. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. The Lord hath raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. Who's the king of the Medes? Putin. For his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of the Lord, the vengeance of his temple. Verse 12. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for the Lord have both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. Verse 13, O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Greed, uncontrollable greed. Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the king of the Medes, Russia, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all his dominion. So Russia gonna join with other nations as prophesied. Did that not happen? Yes, it did with the BRICS nations. This is a living book. Verse 29. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. Ain't nobody gonna live here. Verse 29, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without an inhabitant. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 6, howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Verse 5, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Weapons of the Lord's indignation, nuclear missiles. What's indignation? Righteous hatred. And if you think we playing about the nuclear lake of fire, listen to this. Verse 7, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. Verse 8, and they shall be afraid, pains and sorrow shall take hold of them, and they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth, which means giving birth, and shall be amazed one another, that their faces shall be as flames. Gonna be on fire. Let me get one more, and then we can close. Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20. As they gathered silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in mine fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. You can't melt a spirit. Oh, you Christians talking about you gonna die and burn in hell. How you gonna burn a spirit? Spirit is energy. That's why when the soul leaves the body turns cold. The spirit has left the building. How you gonna burn that? No, he gonna leave your ass here. You're gonna be burning in the physical. That nuclear lake of fire is real, Christians. So you need to come about your little fairy tales, thinking he just gonna whisk you out of here and leave your clothes on the ground. That rapture shit is not real. It is not in the Bible. But what I just read you is, so get your mind right. You can either get right or get left. It's up to you. You're not gonna vote this away. This is going to happen. So come out your little Christian fairy tales, and you need to tune in to what's really going on. Call Allah Imlala, Hayanaw Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach, Wa Malaki, Bashim Harawat, Wakakurash, Barakathum, the water Bible Bar, Wakwam Yasharala. Shalom.